Maverick 100.9, Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss. So excited to catch up with my buddy, Ryder Grimes. He is back and with new music. How are you, Ryder?
I'm doing really good, Corliss. Thank you for having me back on the show. This is my first ever radio interview, and we first sent a song out to radio, so it's cool to catch up with you on the next one. You're always been my first interview that I do when we enter a new season in this music thing. So I'm glad we get to keep that going today.
I know it's going to have to become a tradition now because
I think so.
we're doing it really big today. Like, yes, obviously, we got to talk to you when you first released Velvet Chains, which a big congratulations of the success of your first single. That was very incredible, and I'm sure that felt really good for you.
Thank you very much. That means a lot. I'm very proud of that song. Thankful that Gary Morris and Kevin Welch and Ron Heller, the original writers and performer of that song, allowed me to do that. And I'm very thankful. And thanks to Daryl and Bart and the whole team that helped that come together. Because without those guys, Velvet Chains, my version would not exist. And I'm very thankful that I got to cut that and send it out to radio. And it's just awesome to see what it did. And I'm very thankful for my first top 10. So thank you, the listeners, for getting me that. Because the listeners and the DJs are the people that get us those numbers. Not, we're a part of it, but it's y'all. So thank y'all very much, everybody, for helping us out with that.
Of course. And throughout the year, you've gotten to know how much Aggie Land really does love their Texas country music. You've got to pop by a few times.
I love it down there. I'm working on getting another date down there towards the end of the summer, early fall, so we can come back down there and play for y'all. I always have fun playing down there. So we definitely want to come back, and we're looking forward to coming back.
That's so exciting. But when you do make your way back, you're coming with new music. And so I did your first ever radio interview, and I'm very proud of that. But I'm even prouder today to debut the newest Ryder Grimes single before anyone else in the world has it. This does not come out until tomorrow. So, Ryder, why don't you tell me a little bit about In My Boots before we take a listen to it?
Well, I always thought when I was in the process of writing new music for this next record we're about to put out, I wanted to have some kind of a mix of all different types of Texas country music. I wanted to have your sad, really heartfelt stuff. I wanted to have your upbeat, happy, get down, dance songs. And I just wanted to have your good old two-stepping songs, your two-stepping love songs. And I feel like that's what this song is. When I'm describing it, that's what I like to call it. Because, I mean, if you just think about the whole storyline and the whole song, it's basically Texas honky tonk. Like that's what goes down. And that's kind of the inspiration that went into writing that. Like I want to write a story about a honky tonk because I don't have any songs like that, especially upbeat songs, because a lot of my songs are sad. I mean, Velvet Chains and stuff isn't sad, but I didn't write that. But a lot of my original music is, kind of sad, but I'm like, all right, let's change this up a little bit. You got to have stuff like that. So I sat down and heard that. So.
And you can't dance without your boots on, so it makes perfect sense.
You got to have a song with boots in the title somewhere. Boots in the title or boots in the lyrics. You got to have them in there somewhere.
But it's got to be a dancing tune if you do.
Exactly.
And I tell you what, so I have a favorite question that I have often asked artists for years and years and years, because, I'm an old lady now.
No.
Do you yourself dance? You've only been able to even get into the honky tonks for a little while. So are you a dancer? Do you like to dance?
I've been learning. I've been learning.
We still got to like mark that one off.
Well, you see, we're always on the other side of the dance floor.
I know.
We never get the chance to get out and dance, but I've recently started doing it, and I'm very happy to do it because it's fun.
It is. That's actually,
I'm a bigger guy, so it's taking a little more work. So, but
that's actually how I met my husband, which you got to meet my husband.
Yeah,
and guy. He is your biggest fan now.
I'm y'all's biggest fan.
But he's quite a large, clumsy person himself. But I did meet him dancing, and usually the answer to that question is no. Because I've been playing the music since I was 17, 18. Like, Nobody ever had that period to learn how to dance because they were the ones playing the dancing music. So
Exactly.
you are
And by
in
the
the
time you get
majority.
done, everybody's gone. So
Ah,
you can't, yeah. I mean, unless it's a Brad Paisley situation, somebody leaves their purse at the bar and uh,
oh,
you meet them. Just like the song We Danced, Brad Paisley. That's that story. Like, unless that happens, everybody's gone by the time we're out of there.
I love that our taste of music is the exact same. That's so funny.
I grew up on it. It's great.
Well, we are finally going to debut for the first time absolutely anywhere in the world. Ryder Grimes and his latest single, In My Boots, on Maverick 100.9. Due to copyright, Brian Broadcasting is not licensed to air this single for you in podcast form, but you can now find it anywhere that you stream and download music. And today's interview continues now. That was the latest single from Ryder Grimes, In My Boots, on Maverick 100.9. That song will be available to everyone to download and stream at midnight, but your only place to hear it was right here on Maverick 100.9. So big thanks to Ryder Grimes and his promo team for even letting us have it. And Ryder, we've got to talk about the fact that, when I first started talking to you, you had just barely, like days before I spoke with you, turned 18, released your very first single to Texas Country Radio, and you had just released your first EP and gained a lot of success from that, which we will definitely talk about. But you're already in the process of putting out more new music. So what is that looking like now? Is it going to be pretty quick that we get all of this?
We're definitely going to let the new single run, but I think it'll be pretty quick. We're hoping to have this record finished completely by July, August. I think we'll have it out. So maybe a little birthday gift for myself in August. But a birthday gift on my birthday to y'all.
There you go.
That's what I'm hoping by end of August, we'll have that out. The full record, obviously the single comes out June the 2nd. I'm really excited to get that out, but I'm ready to get it all out. I think we have 2 more songs to cut and the record's done. So we'll be getting that out to y'all pretty quick, I'm hoping. Definitely by the end of the summer.
Did you go back and do that with Daryl Dodd again?
We did. He produced the record along with Bart Rose out there at Fort Worth Sound, but we got a few more surprises in store before we drop this thing with some cool people. I can't really talk about them yet.
Son of a gun, Ryder.
I got to get them amped up. We got to get everybody ready for this thing. I'm definitely going to be something I'm going to be very proud of. I've worked hard for a lot of years to get what's coming out. So I'm very excited for it to get out and excited for everybody to know what's going on.
Well, now I'm excited and giddy. That is amazing. In the meantime, of course, you can check out Ryder Grimes's current EP. It's excellent. So I don't want you to stray away and just be waiting on new music. You can get his music now and In My Boots at midnight. So then, of course, that new EP, that new single, everything led up to you getting to perform on the New Faces stage before the Texas Regional Radio and Music Awards in March. Tell me what that experience was like for you, because I got to see it from the audience. And when you stepped on the stage, everyone's jaw dropped. And the only time I have ever seen that happen was with William Beckman back in 2019. And we all saw what that success turned into now. What is it like for you?
Something kind of took me by shock when my promotion team hit me up and said, "Hey, man, here's the layout. You're nominated for New Male Vocalist of the Year and you're performing at the Future Faces show." I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. So I got to do that and go perform on, I always forget the day schedule.
It was Sunday. Yep.
So I got to go perform out there and you were there. That's where I met you finally in person after 3 interviews of Zoom. I finally got to meet you in person and all the awesome radio people in person. And it was just an experience I'll never forget. Definitely made a lot of great connections. Didn't come home with any hardware, but to me, that I don't know, just getting to meet people and experience it, that means the most to me. So I'm very thankful that I got to perform on that stage and make a lot of new fans. That was a really great experience. Either way, I was very thankful to be there, and I'm glad it got to happen for sure.
Yeah, you know what, Ryder? I was the most nominated personality or programmer. I was the most nominated in the radio categories this year. I didn't win a single award. The awards
Sometimes,
are nice. The recognition is nice. And trust me, I've been a winner in the past. I bawled my eyes out. I was so happy. I don't ever take those moments for granted, not an ounce. But what it's really about is sharing music, celebrating music, and I think you deserve to be celebrated, and you were. You didn't get to hear the chatter from my end. You only got to hear what people said to your face. You didn't get to hear what people were whispering behind your back. And those little whispers, it took me back in time to when people were going on and on about William Beckman. And I'm like, William
cool.
Beckman, I know this kid. I have known this kid forever. Are you kidding me? How did you not know about him? And the same thing happened with you, Ryder. And
That's really cool.
I would love to see you have that type of success in your future.
I would definitely love to. I mean, it all comes with hard work. You got to work hard, and I know William has. I've gotten to play with William. We've become pretty decent friends, and he's definitely been an inspiration because he kind of got his start how I did when it came to doing the award show, the Future Faces thing. Like that's how I know who William Beckman is, and it's cool to see him blossom into the artist he is. And that's, I'm kind of trying to follow that path for sure.
I hope you do. I really do. I also got very giddy for you performing at Larry Joe Taylor Fest. How did that come about? Daryl inviting you up on stage with him. What on earth?
That was definitely super cool. We were out there hanging out, and Daryl's like, I want you to, because I'd never been before, and I had some friends playing there that Friday. So I was planning on going that Friday to hang out with them and see Randy and Mike and catch up with everybody. But Daryl, I was telling Daryl that, and he's like, well, why don't you just come out with me on Tuesday? We'll get you the experience, and you can kind of get the lay of the land and understand it before you go back. So I said, all right, yeah, cool. You get to hang out with like the OGs of LJT, Daryl and Larry Perez. I mean, no, I got, it's been a long week. Dave Perez and Larry Joe Taylor, and just that I cannot believe. It's been a long week, but Dave and Larry and Daryl, they're just great people, and I got to spend a lot of time with them. We were hanging out, and Daryl and Larry, and they were about to do the national anthem, and they were all talking. And Daryl said, "Well, I got my friend here," and I was looking out across the stage, and they were behind me talking, so I kind of heard a little chatter. I heard my name get said, and I'm like, "What's going on here?" I turned around, and Daryl's like, "Well, you're gonna get up and sing with me. We're gonna do that." And I said, "Oh, thanks." Now I'm really nervous, but it went really well. It was it was an overwhelming experience. It was a great time and made a lot of friends there and a lot of new connections. I rode around with Larry Joe on his Kubota. I got to ride around the property with him and meet everybody. Daryl introduced me to a lot of people. So it was just a really good experience, and it's really helped me grow as an artist, just getting out there and getting to perform on that stage. So I'm very thankful for Daryl and Larry and Dave and the whole gang out there at LJT for making that happen.
Well, it was very well deserved. And I gotta tell you, I see in your future you ending up on that stage. So I've got to say, I've never been to Larry Joe Taylor Fest, and I've always wanted to. So I'll make you a deal. If you end up on the stage, I will be the first one to get my ticket to see you play at Larry Joe Taylor Fest.
All right. Well, we're shooting for next year. I think we can get it. Maybe.
I think you've got a great shot.
So if we're on it next year, we'd love to have you out.
Beautiful. Well, Ryder, this catch up has been incredible. I am so happy that we have become friends over the past year, not even a full year yet, but I want to watch your success, and I want to watch you evolve for a very long time. And I think we've gotten a very cool opportunity to do that here on Maverick. So again, thank you for letting us do the debut of your brand new single, In My Boots. We're going to repeat this again. Ryder Grimes, In My Boots is available at midnight for everyone, but you had it here first on Maverick. Thank you for letting us do that, Ryder.
Well, thank you for having me and putting up with all my technology issues and name forgettings and everything like that. We're out here in Stuttgart, Arkansas right now at the Callapalooza with Rich and Tone Duck Calls. And I got the request to do this interview, and I don't care where I'm at. I had to do it and catch up just like we're doing now and talk about the new stuff. So no matter where I'm at, I'm gonna take the call. No, seriously, thank you for putting up with all my little technical difficulties, because me and technology don't mix that well. I'm still learning, and people are like, "You're young, you should know." It's like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm
Yeah,
young, but I
no,
don't know.
no, he's not. That's only on a driver's license.
Yeah, exactly. But no, seriously, thank you so much for having me and always taking the time to ask and promote my music, because without y'all we wouldn't be doing this near like we're doing. So thank you very much for spending that and always spending my stuff, and I'm really looking forward to coming down and seeing y'all again.